Hey guys, it's Hunter. Welcome back to another episode of AskGufish. Looks kind of like I got attacked by a wild animal. My regular barber isn't in business yet, but we're not going to worry about that. Let's just jump straight into your questions. Actually, nah, before we get into your questions, a quick little giveaway update. So a while back, we did the 6 Harley Benton Fusion T giveaway thing, but I personally ended up only sending out 2, so congratulations to Mark from New York and Ian from Illinois. The rest of the winners were in the EU, and with international shipping the way it is, it didn't make much sense to send them back across the ocean and potentially get lost or damaged when it was easier for Toman to do it from Germany. So I still have 4 fusions, 2 ebony tops and 2 sparkle green tops. Stainless steel frets, ebony fingerboards. You can check out the full videos in the cards after this video. Basically, they're just a ton of fun. And if I was smart, I'd probably sell them, because with everything that's going on right now, a little bit of extra toilet paper money isn't such a bad idea. But I'm not smart, I'm a guitar YouTuber. It takes a special kind of stupid to do this job. And more importantly, it feels kind of wrong to sell stuff that was originally supposed to be given away. So even though all the winners have received their prizes, it still feels right to give these away anyways. US only, because again, international shipping is kind of messed up, and also I'm not made of money, and this is something I'm doing out of my own pocket. So I guess now's a great time to do a quick plug. If you like what I do, buy a shirt, support me on Patreon, links in the description, or do me a favor, just drop a like on the video, that actually really helps out. So I'm giving these away 2 at a time. First, the ebony tops. To win one of these free guitars, all you need to do is be subscribed to this channel, then follow me on Instagram at Agufish. There'll be a giveaway post. Leave a comment telling me the first song you'd play on one of these guitars if you won one, and that's it. I'll choose 2 random winners from the comments. Super simple. Don't forget to hit the bell for all notifications for when I post a video announcing the winners, and then I'll do the same thing for the ebony tops in a couple of weeks as well, so you don't want to miss that either. Or I guess you don't have to do any of that if you don't like free stuff. It's whatever. Okay, I've been inside for too long. I'm going insane. Let's get into it. What is far and away the worst piece of gear you ever demoed? Worst? I mean, in general, I tend to not really bother with guitars that I don't really enjoy. Like, if I really don't like something a company sends me, I'll just return it with feedback. I just can't be bothered, and it's kind of like a dick move if someone sends me something and I'm like, yeah, thanks to Dean for sending this guitar out, and it's shit. All right, like and subscribe for more. It's just not a cool move. That being said, ones I pick up at retailers or by myself, that's fair game. I know you guys are waiting for me to say the Firebird Zyro, and yeah, it was bad and downright lazy from Gibson, which rubbed me the wrong way, but that's by far not the absolute worst. That distinct honor belongs to the Wish.com strap, which I bought for 39 bucks, including shipping. The original idea was to get it, make a video, mod the absolute living crap out of it, do the whole high integrity thing for the memes, but it's just so unbelievably shit in every way, it just makes me sad. And I discovered later, after the video, the neck is twisted, so I have to get a new one. And honestly, I haven't been able to bring myself to spend too much money on a new neck because I hate everything about it. So if you're watching and you got a neck connect, hit me up. And the other one that was really, really bad was the AliExpress 7-string Hello Kitty. All right, look, I know AliExpress seems like a great deal. Completely custom guitars at like budget level prices. Even the shipping is cheap. Now I'm telling you though, don't do it. No QC whatsoever. A lot of the factories don't use any CNC at all. This one I am in the middle of modding. I'll give you a quick little sneak peek. Feast your eyes. This is the kind of quality you can expect from AliExpress. And the nut couldn't even hold the strings on the fingerboard. The bridge was placed too far forward. It was impossible to intonate. Just everything about tracking those 2 demos was an absolute nightmare. Absolute trash. Pure, unadulterated garbage. And what about you though? What's the absolute worst guitar that you've ever played? I would love to hear some horror stories in the comments. How many editors did you hire? Do you still edit your own videos? Love the EX84 modder in the back during the demos. Yeah, I know you guys have been waiting for that one. Demo finally went up a couple days ago. Link in the cards. But yeah, I brought on 2 editors to help with these videos now. Massive, massive shout out to my patrons for making that possible. I have time to get proper sleep now, which is amazing. So really, thank you. Jordan edits all the AskGufish videos. You might have noticed that there's been a massive meme influx in recent episodes. That's literally all him. He's got 2 positions on the team, actually. He's a freelance editor and CMO, Chief Meme Officer. Then John does the more cinematic flashy demos. So far, that's 2 Ibanez, the Harley Benton EXs. He also edits for high-profile names like Mary Spender and Bia. So I am super lucky to have both those guys. And yeah, I've still been editing some videos in between, like the S2 McCarty demo, the Michael Kelly's, and the What Makes Brand X Just Better videos. So between the 3 of us, definitely been getting more content out, which is awesome because I love talking guitar with you guys and hearing from you every 2-3 days. And also it's been giving me time to start ridiculous mod projects and think about what other content I want to do. Like, I've got an idea for a series I am super excited about, and I think you guys are going to absolutely love. Right now, it's just a jumble of thoughts, and I really need to organize and flesh it out, but it's going to be really cool. And then I've also been thinking about what I want to do outside of YouTube, which I literally haven't had a chance to do in quite some time. Speaking of doing things outside of YouTube, building a website. Segue into today's sponsor, Zyro, which has made today's content possible. Now, back in the day, I actually, for some reason, tried to learn how to build a website from scratch using HTML and CSS. And I'll be honest with you, it was a complete pain in the butt. Nowadays, it's incredibly simple thanks to services like Zyro. It's so easy, even Pringle could do it.
Right, Pringle?
Okay, maybe not, maybe that's a stretch, but you definitely could, no previous experience required. You pick a template, customize it by dragging and dropping, hit publish, and that's it, you're online. Took all of about 3 minutes to customize and publish this online. Granted, I only did the top portion and I have more than enough Pringle assets on hand, but you get the point. So if it's for your side hustle, your main business, your latest music project, whatever, and you're looking to build a professional online presence with a website, definitely recommend giving Zyro a try. It's completely free to try the builder out, and if you end up liking it as well, they're offering 30% off using the code AGUFISH. Link to all that in the description. So thanks again to Zyro for sponsoring this video. I really appreciate it. Now, into your next question. I must say, I'm starting to doubt the objectivity of your reviews. Harley Benton was amazing, and then you get a signature guitar. Now PRS is the greatest ever, and they send you a guitar and sponsor the video. I just like guitars, man. Get off my back, jeez. Have you heard of Fender discontinuing ash as a bodywood in production models? Yeah, that was actually something my Fender guy was saying at NAMM this year. Alright, this is how independent Fender and its subsidiaries operate. We were walking through the Jackson and Charvel booth, and of course they're doing all the new ash blasted stuff this year, the sand-blasted ash, and my guy from Fender seemed genuinely surprised that they were emphasizing ash so much with like the Charvel Pro Mod SoCal Style 2s and the Jackson Pro Series DK Moderns, because Fender was already starting to not so publicly move away from ash, really because American swamp ash is in trouble, and Fender cites 2 reasons for that. 1, there's a growing population of an invasive insect from Asia called the emerald ash borer that is killing a lot of healthy ash trees. And 2, climate change. Fender gets most of their swamp ash from river islands in the Mississippi Delta, but because of a major increase in flooding, a lot of these areas are underwater for a longer period of time each year, which has all but killed the supply of ash from that area. Now that being said, not all is lost if you're like me and you're an ash guy. Lol. If you saw, or maybe you didn't, I demoed a Michael Kelly 63 OP on the channel a few days back, and it looks like ash with a satin open pore, but it's actually not. It's made of a wood native to Indonesia called sungkai, and it feels a lot like ash too. Like, it definitely fooled me when I unboxed it. Now, this particular guitar was pretty heavy. I've only tried this one so far, so I don't know if that's for sungkai in general or just this unit, so it might potentially have to be weight relieved, but as I understand, it seems really promising as a readily available, fast-growing, sustainable alternative to ash, much like how Palfero is quickly becoming a more responsible replacement for rosewood on most import mass production models. And I'm a big fan of that. Environmental responsibility is pretty important to me. And I feel like the guitar industry is in an interesting place to make a meaningful difference in terms of like awareness and innovation. Like the furniture industry by far uses way more lumber, but that scale also makes it much slower to turn the ship. Whereas the guitar industry by contrast is much more nimble in that regard. Like it's only taken us a couple years to move mostly away from rosewood, at least for the more affordable models. So yeah, while I'm sad that swamp ash is disappearing and also that it won't be on as many guitars because the grain is awesome, I'm pretty optimistic about sustainable alternatives. But that's just my opinion. I'd love to know what you think. Have you played a guitar made of sungkai yet? Did it feel close enough to ash for you? Have you tried any other ash alternatives? What would you suggest? Any and all thoughts? I'd love to know in the comments. Thoughts on Howl Guitar's Sirena 3? You know me too well. I saw Arnold do one of his unbiased gear reviews on it, and I was like, yo, I don't know what happened to Sirenas 1 and 2, but I kind of want that. I mean, after all, it is a single cut, and so I've actually got one, and it's over there. I mean, you guys can't see it yet because it's in a box behind the camera, but yeah, I'm really excited for it. You'll see it soon. Any kind of new info on the Epiphone prophecies? Not seeing much about them online. Yeah, not so much new info, but Epiphone's actually embracing the Tease culture a little bit. Cesar Guaikian? Ugh, I probably butchered the crap out of that. I am so sorry. Cesar G, he's the chief merchant officer at Gibson, if I recall correctly. Yeah, so in late April, yeah, I'm a little behind, okay? In late April, he made a couple of posts on Instagram involving two 2020 Epiphone prophecy prototypes, the Explorer in like satin desert burst, and then the Flying V in satin black. Now we've seen those before in the Andertons video, but that was like a quick drive-by. Now we've got a better look at them, and yeah, can't find anything new here that we didn't already know before. They are gorgeous though. Satin finish with brushed chrome hardware and fish influence pickups. I am officially back on board the hype train. Stopped at the station for a little bit, I wandered off and grabbed a snack, but now I am back on board. I am ready. We also got to see them in action for the first time, and they sound pretty decent for Metallica and Megadeth riffs, as far as like iPhone camera over Instagram quality goes. So definitely won some internet points there. Lost them all for alternate pick and Creeping Death, but you know, can't win them all. But yeah, now that Epiphone is doing their own teases instead of them being accidentally leaked, hopefully that means they're closer to release. We'll just have to wait and see. So which ones are you most excited about? The Prophecy Les Paul, SG, Explorer, Flying V? I'd love to know. Poll in the top right. Is a guitar even metal if you can't use it to invade France? You know, you make a good point. From now on, that's a new metric that I'll incorporate into my metal guitar reviews. On a scale of 1 to 10, how useful is this guitar in an invasion of medieval Francia? Les Pauls and Telecasters all get failing grades. Plot twist, this is now a BC Rich channel. Will you do a Hard Luck Kings review at some point? Can't wait to hear about those guitars that are quality with awesome and totally not cringy ads. I answered this more in depth in a previous Askgufish, link in the cards. But yeah, nah, all of the no's and then some. Demo track is fire. Can we get an all demo track video? You know what? That's not a bad idea. It makes more sense to do that at the end of the year, like a 2020 recap. So I'll probably do it then, but great suggestion. I will definitely keep that in mind. What have you been listening to lately? This week, it's been all about the new 4 Year Strong album. The fact that nobody told me this album is out yet, you guys let me down. Unfortunately, I can't even play snippets of any of the new tracks in the video. Otherwise, I'll get a copyright claim and they'll take all of my money. But yeah, the new record slaps so hard. If you're a fan of easycore, like pop punk combined with heavy riffs, kind of like A Day to Remember, but more on the punky side, definitely give them a listen. My favorite tracks are Usefully Useless, Crazy Pills, and It's Cool, but really the entire album is great. That is my music recommendation for the week. But of course, now it is time to hear from yet another adoring fan. It is the high praise of the week. Your country. Okay, I'm out. All right, that'll do it for this episode of Askgufish. If you enjoyed it, do me a favor and hit the like button. Leave your thoughts and your comments on anything discussed down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. It's the big red button down there and it actually really helps out. You can also hit the bell for notifications. That way YouTube lets you know when I upload a new video. Social media, merch, and Discord server links are in the description. As always, thanks so much for watching. You've been awesome, and I'll see you for the next video.